Well, hello my YouTube friend. This video, I had to do it within that time frame, meaning that I had to do it fast. I literally just received the knife yesterday. I don't know when I'm going to post the video, but I wanted to make that video the fastest as I can to reproduce exactly the feeling that I had when I received it, which is a feeling of shock and awe. I mean, I am not only not sure, but I'm pretty sure actually that this video will never, whatever angle I'm going to try to get to show you the exquisiteness of that grind, the awesomeness of this line, I will never be able to get it. So maybe with the tone of this video, maybe you could get a glimpse of what I have in hands. And as usual, you know, my videos are not your regular video, so it's gonna be like more of a rambling than anything else. So yeah, I am in absolute shock and awe of that little big little sucker. It seems big when you look at it, but actually it's not. But we're gonna do a kind of review about that knife. So for the little story, so for those of you who don't know, of course, that's a Brad Blount knife. Brad Blount is one of the, you know, the all-stars of the Western Tennessee, Western whatever, the heck the long name is, a guild of knife makers in Tennessee, along with Horton, Stout, and so on and so forth. I have never loved Brad Blount's knife. Never. It's simple as that. I used to love only Stout, actually, and I hated the chisel. So even Horton, I not only disliked his knife, but I hated them. And then they grew like dramatically on me, and now I absolutely adore a Horton knife. So the last of the Mohicans, the last of the Tennessee guy that I didn't like actually was Blount. Blount, whatever you want to pronounce the name. I found his arrestor to be not to my liking. That was a matter of taste. I thought they were overrated, but that was a matter of taste. I was thought, and I still think, that they are overpriced, but this is something we can say about any trendy knives. So you have a knife in hand, you feel like it's, I don't know, like a $800, $900 knife, and it's going to cost you like $3,000. Okay. I understand the feeling. But there are two things important. First of all, the value that you put in a knife whenever you get it in hand. It's not only, it's going to be slabs of titanium and the guy who's going to grind that. It's not that. Sometimes when you have a knife like that, 2 slabs of titanium and a blade with nice grind, sometimes it can feel, of course, like a $400, $500 knife. And sometimes you will feel something, you will have a connection with the knife, and this knife, you will feel that it worth, I don't know, 5 times that, 6 times that, and you will justify the money that you have in it. And then you have also, of course, the price of the market, which is insane or whatever, but it's the price of the market. It is how it is. I mean, sometimes you have a knife that are going to be really fancy and everything, and they're going to cost for nothing because there's no supply and demand. There is no demand for those knives. And sometimes you're going to have simpler knife in aspect that will cost more. This is something that I can understand, appreciate, and live with that since I'm in this market for quite a while now. But again, this is not the only justification for me. The price of the market is not. Whenever I have a knife that I paid a lot of money, if I don't justify, for me, the value of the knife, it will sell, for sure. I'm not going to keep it. It's something that I will never be able. It happened to me quite sometimes, and it's always the same. I don't give a damn about the price of the market. If I cannot justify the price I paid in a knife, it won't stay in my collection. And this, I can tell you right out of the bat, this justifies for me every single penny I invested in it. Because that knife, I don't know, the minute I got it, you know what, before I even got it, I got it, I was talking with a friend who had a Marsh that I really like, and I was going to involve this knife and maybe certainly more money and another knife maybe in a trade. But now honestly, I would tell you that. I would tell you that much. I've got other march. You know, I've got only one blount. Now, even if I was offered to trade this one for this same march, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because it's not a matter of money sometimes. It's a matter of the piece that you want to have. And this piece is unique for me, so definitely gonna keep it. Oh, 5 minutes of rambling. You know, that's exactly what I told you. I wanted to reproduce the shock and awe and the feelings and the mood that I have with this knife. And I've not even started to comment about it. So, right out of the bat, you've got to have a perfect knife by all means. I mean, the mechanics are impeccable. I mean, check that centering, check the lock geometry, that's perfect. It's rock solid. Internal stop pins, not my favorite, but I can deal with that. It's not a problem. I mean, this hole here, the fact that it's internal, this is the only thing that I would say it's not really to my liking, but it's not an issue. I mean, it's not a problem at all. So yeah, very nice lock geometry and engagement. Rock solid. No stickness whatsoever. It's easy to disengage, easy to play with. Very nice mechanics. I mean, it fires like a rocket. The clip is not too protruding. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you that I like the clip. I mean, it's at least it's not like the dick clip. Like it has a little bit of roundness here, and it's located okay. I mean, aligned with the center of the pivot, so it's fine. It doesn't have any jimping, but who cares? I mean, when you lay your index here and you just light switch it, you don't want. Wait, yeah, you can flip it, but honestly, with this one, the detent is so strong, it's literally unbreakable. You would break your finger trying to even open it with. I cannot. Even if you want to push the blade like that, I cannot. But the detent is not strong to a point where you're gonna hurt your finger. Look at that. I mean, you just you lay your index here and boom, it fires like a rocket. Now, if you want to flip it, for those of you who like, it might be a little more tricky because here you don't have any kind of jimping. Here you have a kind of hot spot here. So this flipper tab is not really designed for a push flip. So for those of you who like that, not only it's not designed for, but it's useless. To me, push flipping it is just for the flipper that are sloppy, that are bad flippers. You take a hinderer, for example, if you don't push flip it or make a wrist action, it won't flip. But the best and the more natural way to flip is not to push flip it. Naturally, you want to deploy the blade like that. So I've never talked about that, but in my opinion, the best way to open, I mean, the more natural way to open is to just, I mean, light switch it. That's the natural move. I mean, take a flipper, give a flipper to any kind of people. They will always do that. That's going to be the light switch. No one will think about push flipping it. And what will happen is the detent is not good, they will deploy the blade like a quarter like that or halfway distance, and they will fail flipping. This you give to anyone, and he will take the knife, or maybe he's going to put some strain in it, and then after that, whenever you're going to tell him, okay, put some strain in it, well, naturally he will do that, and that will flip, and it will. I mean, you won't have to even think twice about that. It will flip, it will always deploy, and it will click, it will make this sound that is just crazy. So yeah, the mechanics are just phenomenal. Then you have this finish, man, and the design is, overall the knife, look at that. What a bold knife. You don't have, like roundness and everything, which I like, but you have all those lines here, a square here, it's straight, but you have those lines. I mean, just look at it. I mean, what a bold knife. That's a knife that you want to take and pierce something. And as a matter of fact, for a function, it's perfect because the edge is just incredible. It's laser sharp. You can, I mean, do whatever you want. You can slice. You can trust a little bit. Yes, of course. Pry, no, because you don't have a very strong tip. But that's a knife that's definitely a user. But overall, what a looker. Check that grind. I mean, Blount is known for his grinding skills. I'll tell you that much. As much as I love Blackwood and I love Burke, to me, I'm not going to say that Blount is better, not by long shot, but he's as good. I mean, to me, the skills are there. You cannot appreciate that. But the dramatic hollow grind here, you can really feel almost your two fingers there. the dramatic hologram, because the blade is significant here. I think it's not 0.2, but maybe 0.187, something like that. So it's a thick blade, and yet you have here a dramatic hologram, but the top swedge is also what drives me crazy. Maybe you can see it. Here, oh man, the grinding here is just phenomenal. And then you have the tip. The tip is also hollowed. So you have a hollow here, and a hollow here. And everywhere it's laser sharp. Check that edge. You don't see any lines. It's just absolutely perfectly done by all means. The function, the art, I was going to say, it's a showpiece, it's a user, it's everything I love about knife, and the finish is excellent. I've seen other conductor with other finish on the handle. This one is just one of my friends bought one with a lot of milling. Ah man, I like this one. Yeah, 2 grooves there, simple as that, and they look great. They go with the flow of the knife. Then you have this finish. Look at that. It's not. It's orange peel. Let's call it orange peel. It is orange peel, actually. But it's a reflective orange peel. It's not like your regular, like almost faded orange peel. This one is kind of shiny. I was gonna say it's in between satin and orange peel. But definitely you have the finish of an orange peel here. Definitely. Then this contrast with this deep and dark stone wash contrasting with the clip here, that is so brilliant, because you have the clip that reminds almost the finish of the blade, and this very, very deep contrast that you have here with the black stone, the darkened stone wash, sorry, is just amazing. That knife is beautiful on all sides. Usually I don't really like the looks of a frame lock because of the cut and everything, so to me, I've always preferred, liner locks. But this one is beautiful on this side. Look at that. The show side, the presentation side is so different with this finish here, like I said, satin and everything. And here you have the clip that is so beautiful. Look at this clip. Man, the 3D clip, and you have also the same flow that you have with the knife here on the design. It's square here, it's going to be square here. It's almost like a Blackwood clip, I was going to say, but the difference is that Blackwood reproduced the shape of all the knife on his clip. This one reproduces the handle mainly, like here it's here the shape that you have is here it's almost the roundness that you have here, so definitely reproducing, and of course it's done on purpose. Brad reproduced the shape of the handle, which is brilliant because it looks really like a clip, and when you look at it more closely, it reproduces that shape, and that is something that those touches I highly appreciate. The construction is on standoffs. Very easy to disassemble if you need to. I never do that, but for those of you who would like to make the maintenance, you can do easy. Those are regular hex screws. So that's like 3 screws here to disassemble the knife. So easy for the maintenance for sure. And man, you have a lanyard hole, of course. This I can definitely live without, but it's here. So for the more, the better. It's always the more possibilities you have, the better on a knife. But for me, to get a hole here, most of the time, interrupts it takes off something in the knife. On this one, not so much. So I'm good with that. Like I said, as you have gathered, I am overjoyed and overpleased with that knife. Would I change anything? You take how it is. The excitement is already good enough for me. So yeah, maybe some changes like the tab. Maybe I would have done it differently. I haven't mentioned here the front choil, but the ergos for that matter. But the ergos are perfect. Look at that. You have the index that lies perfectly here, and then you have all the fingers aligned. You have the tab that is a guard here, so you don't need any kind of jimping. This is a user, and for the front. The front grip, it's also perfect. So yeah, the ergos are fantastic. Would I change this thing? Maybe not an internal pivot. Maybe I would go for a custom pivot. But again, this is done on purpose, I think, because it's a user knife, so it's easier to disassemble and do the maintenance. So I think that it's done on purpose to not put it's not a fancy knife that you're gonna. It's a showpiece, but it's a user before all. So I think that it's done on purpose. So yeah, I think that I wouldn't change anything because I'm in awe, and that, my friend, is most definitely awesome. See you next time for another video. Bye-bye.